Hello, I'm happy to welcome you all to Hudson Guild's 64th Dr. Elliott Celebration. I'm Ken Jockers, Executive Director of Hudson Guild, which has been an anchor in Chelsea and on the West Side for 125 years. Hudson Guild is dedicated to fighting poverty and building community, and is a place that is built on possibility and opportunity. Our programming for kids, adults, and families ensures access to education, food, someone to talk to, art and community building activities to more than 14,000 people every year, and is designed to help people make progress on their goals and keep the community as a whole strong. Tonight, we celebrate our founder, Dr. John Lovejoy Elliott, by recognizing the people and groups that make our community work. People whose volunteerism and leadership contribute to a strong and vital community. I'm so happy that we get to honor them tonight. Shortly, we'll hear from some of our fantastic elected leaders here on the West Side. They'll share greetings and help present awards, and then you'll get to hear from the awardees themselves. Tonight, we'll also hear from Hudson Guild's new board president, David Ellen. Then we'll ask you to join us on the Hudson Guild website to learn more about our honorees, our programs, and tonight's sponsors. As we begin, in addition to the award winners and the elected officials and trustees, and importantly, my colleagues here at the Guild, I want to thank our generous lead sponsors of the Dr. Elliott Celebration. Katie Cusack, the Dolan Family Foundation, David and Ingrid Ellen, Carol and John Mijas, Paul Gronke and Michelle Tukarzik, and Mary Swartz. And thank you to everyone who has supported tonight's events and who helps the Guild throughout the year. If you'd like to support tonight's event and the work of Hudson Guild, you can make a donation by texting Dr. Elliott, DRELLIOTT, to 44-321, or by visiting our website at www.hudsonguild.org/support Dr. Elliott. Now, let's get tonight's wonderful event started with the presentation of our Teen Service Award to Nivea Waldron, Senior Service Award to Zhao Feng Sa, and the Dorothy Epstein Community Service Award to the Tenants Associations of the Elliott Chelsea Houses and the Robert Fulton Houses here in Chelsea. Thank you all for joining us tonight to honor these tremendous community leaders and for supporting Hudson Guild. Enjoy the program.
Good evening, everyone. I'm City Council Speaker Corey Johnson, here to congratulate everyone at the Hudson Guild on the 64th annual Dr. Elliott Celebration. So much has changed in 125 years since Dr. Elliott first moved to Chelsea, but Hudson Guild carries on his legacy with the incredible work that you do for our community every single day. I especially want to congratulate this year's honorees. Nivea Waldron is an inspiration to me, and I am more than twice her age. I am so excited to see what Nivea accomplishes at Amherst and beyond. Zhao Feng Sa is a testament to the incredible diversity of our community and of our city. In this city and in this country, our diversity is our strength, and that's because of people like Zhao Feng Sa. His dedication to the Guild's Chinese Club and engagement with other Chinese-speaking clients makes Hudson Guild stronger, better, and more inclusive. And finally, I am so happy that the Guild is honoring the resident associations of Fulton and Elliott Chelsea houses. I'm proud to call so many of the residents of those developments my friends, and I'm thrilled to see them being recognized here tonight. I particularly want to thank Darlene Waters and Norma Mendez of the Elliott Chelsea Tenant Association, and Miguel Acevedo, Lenny Rosado, and Hector Vasquez of the Fulton Tenant Association. Your tireless work on behalf of your neighbors does not go unnoticed, and I hope tonight proves that to you. So again, I want to thank everyone at the Hudson Guild for all of your work, especially during this really difficult time, this difficult year that we've had. New York will come back stronger than ever, thanks to folks like you. So thank you, Hudson Guild. Thank you to everyone supporting the Hudson Guild. I look forward to being together safely sometime soon. Have a great night and a great celebration.
Hello, I'm State Senator Brad Hoylman. I'm honored to be here at the 64th Annual Dr. Elliott Celebration to present the Teen Service Award to a truly deserving individual. You know, it's in times like these where we need to follow the passion and creativity of our city's young people. And one of these young people is the recipient of this year's Teen Service Award, which goes to Nevaeh Waldron, an 18-year-old member of Hudson Guild's Youth Development and Education, or YDE program. Nevaeh first became involved at Hudson Guild after coming to a performance at the Hudson Guild Theater when she was approached by Jariq Beatty, Director of Teen Services, who was doing outreach and recruitment in the lobby. After Jariq described the teen program, Nevaeh was immediately interested in participating in the training and internship opportunities. She took advantage of Hudson Guild's numerous programs, interning in Hudson Guild's External Relations Department, utilizing the College and Career Readiness Program, and contributing to the Hudson Guild podcast program. She's currently a freshman at Amherst College and is pursuing a bachelor's degree in psychology with the goal of getting a PhD in neuropsychology. She plans to use these skills to research ways to improve life for those with mental illnesses. During her participation in the YDE program, she's exhibited an unwavering dedication, deeply passionate nature, and never-ending willingness to learn and to grow. Nevaeh Waldron, congratulations on receiving the Teen Service Award, and I'm so proud that you're a member of our community.
My name is Nevaeh Waldron, and I'd like to start off by thanking the people here. I'd like to thank Caitlin for helping to coach me through this process, and I'd like to thank Daisy for also being here and for being my first ever supervisor and my first ever internship opportunity. I gained so many amazing, fulfilling experiences, and I'm just very grateful for the entire summer of 2018. Thank you so much. I'd also like to thank Mr. B, who recruited me in the first place and started me off in my journey through the Hudson Guild. He saw so much potential in me and did everything that he could to help me grow into that potential. The same goes for Mr. Charles Sands, who also helped to navigate me through my first internship here, to Philip Galinsky, who showed me opportunities, laughter, and most importantly, socks. To Stefan Benjamin, who helped to prepare me for the real world and especially for college, and to more amazing folks at the Guild, including Chelsea, Erica, Kevin, Cliff, Patricia, to amazing folks who work for the Guild as well, for the people in the community who work so hard to help better themselves and the community, to the people who aren't physically in the community just like me, but helped to better the community as well as I did. In the last internship, I worked in a group with 4 other girls, Brittany, Rihanna, Raven, Jasanti. They were amazing, an amazing team, and they worked so hard to get the message out there to others, even outside of the community, both within and without, and that was such a fulfilling experience, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you to everyone within and outside of Hudson Guild. As I said, my name is Nevaeh Waldron. I'm 18 years old. I'm in my first semester at Amherst College in Massachusetts. I'm born and raised in Queens, and I have a passion for psychology, for music, for writing. In the future, I would like to become a psychologist or a neuropsychologist, and I'd like to do research. I want to figure out brain abnormalities and understand mental illnesses more so that I can help people going through difficulties with their mental health. I know that I've struggled with certain mental health difficulties, and I want to make things easier for other people. But no matter what I end up doing in the future, I just want to help people. So as long as other people are happy, I'm happy. One of the biggest things I accomplished at Hudson Guild is the Highline Project. My team, we worked with the podcast and we completed and presented the work from our last internship to the Highline team. So we interviewed people, different, very inspiring people over the past 5 weeks of the internship. And we heard so many different stories, so many inspiring stories, and we grew together as a team. And now we had the opportunity to share those stories with other people, to help other people grow as a community. And that was very fulfilling. It was an amazing experience, and just thinking about it makes my heart swell. Those stories were so powerful, and to get those stories out there itself is a very powerful thing. The Hudson Guild exists in a space that isn't my community. It's far away from where I live compared to the people who live in Chelsea in the buildings around. But Hudson Guild and the staff there have become a place that I can call home. I can call them my family. They have made up a place that accept me for who I am and who genuinely listen to what I have to say. I feel like my contributions are valued. Whenever I have something to say, they listen. And when I came here the first time when I was 16, it was the first time in my life that I actually felt listened to, and that what I had to say actually had value, that my voice actually mattered. So I'm grateful for Hudson Guild and the way that they've helped me to grow into myself and into my own confidence, to help me speak freely, to help me feel like what I had to say mattered. So overall, I'd like to thank Hudson Guild for this confidence of mine, for helping me reach my potential, and for this award. So thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Assemblymember Dick Gottfried, and I've known and worked with Hudson Guild for about 50 years now, and I love the opportunity at these annual events to present one of the awards, especially when it's the Youth Award or the Senior Service Award. So I am really honored tonight to present the Senior Service Award to Mr. Zhao Feng Sa. Mr. Sa is very involved with Chinese-related activities at Hudson Guild, especially the Chinese Club. In ordinary times, he would be going on field trips with the group and volunteering for events and activities and helping to provide information to others. And of course, like all of us, he hopes to be back at those activities very soon. My grandparents came here almost 100 years ago as immigrants from Eastern Europe. They didn't know a word of English. They hardly knew anyone here. They had nothing. And I learned from them how important it was to be with friends from the old country who share their culture and language. And thinking about Mr. Sa's heritage and work with Hudson Guild reminds me of something that Confucius wrote 2,500 years ago. He said, "I would like to bring peace and contentment to the old, to share relationships of trust and confidence with my friends, and to love and protect the young." When you think about it, that's what Hudson Guild really stands for. And so, Mr. Sa, I want to thank you for all that you do and congratulate you on your award tonight. Thanks again, and good to be with you again.
大家好，我好高興參加咗今次嘅大會，好多謝老人中心頒呢個獎俾我。我係沙少峰，嚟自中國廣州，喺87年移民紐約，93年嘅時候入住呢個社區中心，2013年參加咗呢個克德遜老人中心。喺克德遜老人中心嘅幫助下，我解決咗好多關於呢個英文上嘅呢個語言障礙。克德遜老人中心幫助咗我哋解決咗好多呢個申請各項政府嘅項目。我亦有參加呢個老人中心嘅呢個社區活動。喺16年時候，我代表呢個克德遜老人中心向市政府爭取呢個服務經費嘅大會。有幫助有需要嘅老人家翻譯中文同埋國語嘅工作。多謝老人中心，多謝老人中心頒呢個獎俾我。 Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Gail Brewer, Manhattan Borough President. It is really an honor to join you tonight at Hudson Guild, your 64th annual, and this is the Dr. John Lovejoy Elliott Celebration. I'm sorry we can't be in person because I do love going from table to table, just saying hi to everyone. But congratulations to all of tonight's honorees. It is absolutely true that you are the heart and soul of Chelsea. Your dedication at Hudson Guild to your neighbors, to the community, it's what makes Chelsea a neighborhood. I am so honored to present the Dorothy Epstein Community Service Award to the NYCHA Robert Fulton Houses Tenant Association. I know it's everyone who's part of the Tenant Association. I'm obviously very biased towards Miguel Acevedo, but it takes a village. It does not take just one person, particularly during COVID. Particularly as we're trying to figure out the future of this particular development as in addition to the one next door. There are very few silver linings of this pandemic, but the rise in volunteerism and people stepping up to support their neighbors is one silver lining. The spirit of community is especially vibrant amongst NYCHA tenant leaders, and I know this for a fact. Often overlooked and unlistened to by the city of New York and its residents is the fact that NYCHA residents are no stranger to looking after each other. But the Fulton Houses Tenant Association has always gone above and beyond for residents, not just in recent months, but always, whether it is Family Day, whether it is the need for food, whether it's the need for support. This particular resident association has been a leader. In some cases, they even put themselves at risk so that they could help their neighbors. That was certainly true during the pandemic. The Fulton Tenant Association worked tirelessly during this pandemic to ensure that every single resident, particularly the seniors, but everyone, had food, water, and PPE. The Tenant Association went door to door. They delivered food and supplies. They made sure that tenants did not have to skip meals, and they had the right gear to protect themselves and others. So, without further ado, I thank from the bottom of my heart the incredible Robert Fulton Houses Tenant Association for your dedication, and I congratulate you on the Dorothy Epstein Community Service Award. I can't think of a better awardee. Congratulations to everyone, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Hi, my name is Miguel Acevedo. I'm the Tenant Associate President of Robert Fulton Houses. First and foremost, I want to thank the volunteers, from the residents to my vice president, who went out wholeheartedly without thinking of their own health to make sure that my seniors at Fulton Houses had the opportunity to get fresh meals almost every single day during this pandemic. And without them doing this, who knows how many people would have got sick at Fulton Houses. I've been doing this for over 15 years, representing the residents of Fulton Houses as a voluntary TA president, which is worthwhile because it's a way to give back to your community. When this COVID hit us, it was probably one of the scariest times in many people's lives. We were fortunate that we have, for example, the Hudson Guild is a not-for-profit that does many, many, many things for the community to make sure that we have opportunities to be as safe as possible. And then we got lucky. The city council speaker was very helpful in making sure we were able to get meals. We had other tenant association presidents from all the way uptown in Harlem who called me up daily to make sure I had enough meals to feed the residents of Fulton Houses. We never went a day without a meal to make sure senior citizens have. And that's because this community came together to make sure we took care of each other. In all honesty, without Hudson Guild's participation in this community outreach, I don't think the Tenant Association would have been able to reach all the seniors that we reached in Elliott, Chelsea, and Fulton Houses. They participated from day one. Mr. Jockers called me and said, Miguel, if there's anything that I can do from our organization to help your residents, please reach out. And since then, he's been calling me constantly to make sure that we're able to make sure every single senior citizen at Fulton Houses has an opportunity to get a meal, to make sure nobody goes hungry. So that shows you what this community is all about, and we depend on Hudson Guild to making sure that everyone's taken care of. This award may be addressed to me, but it's more about my volunteers who made this all happen. So it's for them, not for me, and I appreciate everything that they did for me.
Good evening. My name is Eric Botcher, Chief of Staff to Speaker Corey Johnson, and I want to thank all of you for supporting Hudson Guild at this very unconventional Dr. Elliott celebration. For 125 years, Hudson Guild has enriched our city in countless ways, and it is in this spirit that I am so proud to present the Dorothy Epstein Community Service Award to my friend, Darlene Waters, President of the Elliott Chelsea Tenants Association. 2020 has been one of the most difficult years in our city's history, and when the books are written, they will include stories of heroes stepping up to help their communities during our darkest hour. Darlene Waters is one of those heroes. When the COVID-19 crisis hit, the Tenants Association, the Elliott, Chelsea, and Fulton Houses snapped into action. We worked with Darlene Waters and Miguel Acevedo and their teams to distribute tens of thousands of meals to seniors and families experiencing food insecurity. Darlene and her volunteers, like Norma Mendez and so many others, packaged and distributed PPE, made wellness checks to seniors, organized volunteers to go shopping for people who couldn't leave their homes. These efforts are just one of the many things that Darlene does day in and day out for her neighbors, and they are a continuation of many years of service at Hudson Guild and elsewhere in our community. It is my honor to present the Dorothy Epstein Community Service Award to my friend, Darlene Waters.
Hi everybody, I'm Darlene Waters, President of Elliott Chelsea Tenants Association. I would like to thank everybody here for making this shoot. And also, I would like to thank everybody that has helped our neighborhood out, especially Hudson Guild, our elected officials, the High Line, Avenues, Hudson Yard, Holy Apostle, Dream Center, and many, many more, and many volunteers. And also the board of the Tenants Association and other people in our area that came out to volunteer with us. Thank you very much. This is my neighborhood. I've been here for many years, so has my family. Giving back to the Hudson Guild and to the community is a great thing. I've been TA president, I guess, for like 8 years or so. This year has been the hardest of it all with this pandemic, but we got through it. Just as long as I knew, or we knew, that many people here got what they needed. They got food, they got phone calls, and that's what they needed, and they got it. We've been receiving a lot of foods from different restaurants and, like I said, schools and churches. They'll bring the food over to the Tenants Association, and we, the board, we put it together in bags, and then we deliver it to the apartments. We've been doing that like almost every single day. We make phone calls to make sure people are all right and ask them if they need anything. We're in the office at all times. We have information if they need to go to a doctor or if they need to see somebody for emergency purposes. We make sure that we get that information for them. It's been a lot, but it got done, and hopefully this will go away real soon. We also partner with Fulton Houses, so we work together a lot also. We're still having meetings and Zoom calls and trying to get out information, more information to our tenants. Hudson Guild is like family to me. All my mother's needs, my kids, my grandkids' needs, we always came to the Hudson Guild for everything. I worked for the Hudson Guild for 41 years, Hudson Guild Children's Center. Also, when I retired, that's when I started Tennis Association. This way, I was able to give back to the Hudson Guild. Hudson Guild, if it wasn't for Hudson Guild, really, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now. But I get a lot of help, and we partner together, and that's what the community is all about. Thank you very much for the award. We appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Robert Jackson, and I'm a state senator representing 13 miles of Manhattan, from Marble Hill all the way down to 26th Street in Chelsea. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you tonight at the Hudson Guild 2020 Dr. Elliott Celebration. I have so much respect and appreciation for the work of Hudson Guild and the leadership of Ken Jockers, and I am proud to represent your organization in the New York State Senate. From the moment the pandemic hit, Hudson Guild has been there for the residents of Chelsea, working with local elected officials like myself and a whole group of community volunteers. You helped do a round of wellness checks that made sure our most vulnerable community members had what they needed to weather the storm in April, May, and June. And most recently, you really stepped up to the plate when the senior building at Chelsea Addition was assigned Madison Square Garden as a polling place. I appreciate how you quickly responded to the need by providing a shuttle bus to make sure everyone who wanted to exercise their right to vote was able to do so. Thank you. Keep doing the great work, and I look forward to supporting you however I can. I want to say a few words about tonight's honorees as well. Navia, you are on the right path with all of your work on behalf of our community through Hudson Guild. I hope you achieve your dreams, and I know you will, earning a PhD in neuropsychology. Zhao Feng Sa, I'm touched by your dedication. I wish one of my dads, Eddie York Chu, had been able to work with such an amazing group of people as you have at Hudson Guild. And to the tenant leaders at Elliott, Chelsea, and Fulton Houses, especially Darlene Waters and Miguel Acevedo, I thank you for your dedication to helping your people during this pandemic. I know it hasn't been easy, but you're out there keeping folks safe, and that's so important. I wish you all peace and blessings on this night of virtual celebration, and I look forward to the time when we can celebrate the good work of Hudson Guild in person again. Thank you. Enjoy.
Hello, I'm David Ellen, President of the Hudson Guild Board of Trustees. I've been on the board for around 15 years now, and I serve alongside other Hudson Guild board members who have served even longer, much longer, 20, 30 years and more, which really just demonstrates the deep and long-term commitment all of us on the board have to the mission of the Guild. So on behalf of the entire board, let me add our thanks to everyone attending tonight and to two special groups in particular. One of the responsibilities of the board is to help make sure the Guild has the resources it needs to serve its mission, and that includes financial resources. And so let me first say a special thank you for those of you tonight who have been steadfast financial supporters of the Guild. The Guild needs that support now more than ever, and anyone who wants to begin supporting the Guild or add to their existing support should definitely go to our website for more information. No matter how large or how small, we're grateful for every penny. In addition to thanking our supporters, let me also express the board's heartfelt gratitude to the Hudson Guild staff, not only for putting on this terrific virtual event tonight, celebrating our community, but to their tireless work day in and day out on behalf of the Guild during these very difficult times. Ken and his entire team are terrific, and we're very lucky to have them. I also wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate the 3 honorees tonight. They, like our staff, exemplify through their work the commitment to our community. Dr. Elliott was a progressive era visionary who realized there is no magic bullet to improving the lives of people in communities in need, that real change comes from deep engagement on a personal level, one person at a time. Our honorees, each in their own way, would have made Dr. Elliott very proud. So thank you again, and please enjoy the rest of your evening.